All right, ladies and gentlemen, time travelers of all ages, people of the world, subscribers of this channel, potential subscribers of this channel. This is GTArajgaming, and I welcome you to this 1500 subscriber special. It's taken me many years through a whole ton of mismanagement and other such things, but we finally hit 1500 subscribers. So for me, this is as much as a celebration as it is for you. For you all, as subscribers to the ever-growing GTAraj thing. So we do have a few things to do tonight. We will be roaming around in GTA 5 real soon. As you can see, right behind me, I got it right this time. As you can see right behind me, we have the GTA 5 map. I'm just throwing the links out there real quick, just so people can gather in. And all sorts. So, you may be wondering, what's on the agenda for the night? Oh, there is plenty. There really is, because there's no real limit to what we're going to talk about tonight. So first and foremost, I keep getting tagged by Stuart Henderson on Twitter. What's his at? Because Stuart, his at is Stewie55UK. He keeps tagging me in these follow Fridays and all that, and I'm like, dude, this is a great way to do things. First and foremost, I need to pop into GTA 5 real quick. So, let's get the money shot right out here first. We're in GTA 5. I hope things are going to run smooth. I will have to bring the app up to... I'll have to... Don't do that. Oh, never mind. I'll have to bring the app up to check things out. So we are going to do this. Yes, the interior is absolute dumpster fire. But at this point, I don't care. We've got the money shot here. I hope you're going to enjoy it. Is this running smooth though? Is it running smooth? Hey, so far it is! Nice! Oh, and if you haven't caught on already, I have indeed regenerated. I am now a younger self. I'm now an older version of, or a younger version of myself from yesterday. So. Huzzah! So first and foremost, massive shout out to Stuart Henderson for tagging me in these follow Fridays for so long. So I need to quickly give him a massive thank you and a massive shout out to him as well. He's a really good guy. I always see his content on Twitter. Quite frankly, I am super thankful to be a part of these follow Fridays. Yes, in the long run, it doesn't really mean that much because a follow is meant to be for someone who. A follow Friday should be for people who want to do this and that. You see, like person A, or a follow should be for someone who actually enjoys your content and this and that. I am thankful because it means potential subscribers, potential people to enjoy what I do. So, with it out of the way, I need to thank him massively. Let's see. So I'm live tweeting. I know it's such a rude thing to do, but I'm thankful. I'm super thankful. Aye, link has been posted. I've said my thanks multiple times. So here we are, you and me. So I said origin story, didn't I? Oh, and for the record, there's no time circuits going on here, so we don't have access to time travel. This is just purely a model. So, however, said model does indeed fly, so huzzah. So let's go back to the past. 2005 to be exact. I'm surprised it's running smoothly, actually. Very impressed. It makes me want to do another Let's Play on GTA 5, in fact. Oh, nice. So we are, in fact... Let's keep the cinematic camera on. Take yourself back to 2005. We're going to start off with the origin of GTAraj. How it became to be, how I came up with the name. The inspiration behind it, so to speak. So, let's see. It was literally a week after I transferred into high school, you see. Now, being the new kid and all, it wasn't really easy. It's not easy to fit in when you're the new kid. And there was a particular kid that he kind of kept bullying me. And it's not a sob story or anything. He would regularly say mean things. And one day, I squared up to him, took him off, and knocked his block off. Now this is not a call for violence. You should never use violence to solve an issue. But you have to understand, when you're new to an area and no one really knows you, when you're being called such names like pedophile and such things like that, like keep in mind, this was at the start of high school, year 1 high school, so I would be about, what, 11, 12 at that point. When someone calls you that name, it really infuriates you, so I lashed out. Knocked the kid's block off, right? And the students, well, peers, so to speak. Peers around me would went to call me a weird name that I'd never heard before. Never in my life. They went and called me Araj. Now, through here, over here, it's spelled as R-A-D-G-E. It's like rage with a D in it. I mean, sometimes rage gives you the D. So, that's kind of the first part. The second part, it came much later on. It was like roughly along the lines of 2008, rather 2007 actually. I wanted to watch some stuff on YouTube. You see. I wanted to watch some stuff on YouTube. It turned out to be age restricted. Now back then they were just starting to implement age restrictions on content, so I kind of made an account. I didn't know, I was in the process of trying to think of an account name. And it was kind of the start of what you see today. Back then, the games I played the most were Canis Canem Edit, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I didn't have an Xbox 360 at this point. I had Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I didn't have 3 at this point. Weirdly enough, it's one of the It's one of the few games that I didn't, one of the few GTA games that I didn't own physically at that point. In my collection at the time was GTA 1, GTA 2, Vice City, San Andreas. No GTA London, no GTA 3. None of that. So, my first instinct was to set up the username based off of my email at the time. And I thought, why? Why? That's kind of a stupid thing. If you're going to have a long-term online, even back then I knew this, that you should not use an email address with your age in it. Yeah, I still had one. I set up the YouTube account with the intention of watching content and one day creating content. And even then, I really wanted to. I really wanted to use my email name for that, and I was like, yeah, but if I'm going to become a creator long time, then it's not such a good idea. Come to think of it, it may have been later than. No, it was about 2007. I was 15 then. Yeah, it's kind of how I made my first email address. By the way, just FYI. So even then, I was like, yeah, if I'm going to become a long-time creator, do not have anything to do with your age in the title, because you don't know who's online. You don't know who's going to do what. You don't know who's going to ask this or that. So the next thing that came to my mind, why did I not do something with GTA in the title? And then it dawned on me. I was called this thing back in high school. What was it? Raj. And once again, even then, it was the spelling of it from what I had seen online. From asking, you ask a question, you get an answer, right? You ask a question, get an answer. And I thought I'd be smart and use the alternative spelling. Now, we didn't use the alternative spelling as slang, it was more or less used in Eastern countries, I do believe. Which is what you see today as R-A-J. GTAraj. How it's spelled right on the logo. And that's how I came up with the name. That was just for YouTube. Once I started creating content, however, that was a whole other ordeal. I kind of thought it would be funny to just have the name as an online alias to varying degrees, as kind of like on Xbox. It was also my Xbox also my Xbox ID when I got around to getting one of those, which was gifted to me in about 2009. 1 year later, got PS3. Done the same thing there. The GTAraj account on Xbox is still in use by me, because I'm currently signed in there. Thanks, Microsoft. That is literally the story of it. But there's more to it. When my original account got yeeted, so the GTAraj account was active from 2007 all the way till roughly 2009. I would upload every so often, about once or twice a week. The content used was all remixes, by the way. Well, most of the time. In the early days, the content on that channel was down to literal Grand Theft Auto videos. Very different from what you see here. I had a PC. My room was way too cluttered at the time to even use it, so I had to use my laptop. A very, very old Core 2 Duo running GTA San Andreas with the Back to the Future mod. That's the one I remember the most. I did several videos on that. Then I got around to stunts. Kind of like the stunts you would see me pull off on the GTA 4 streams, GTA 5 streams, and all sorts. That's what it came down to. The second set of content that I would do from time to time was literally Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 content. Back then, 2008, I did not own a capture card. I didn't get one till like 2012. Yeah, the last video on my previous channel was coincidentally the first video on this channel. Which was Minecraft, by the way. So throughout 2007, 2008, I would dip into GTA San Andreas, do stunts, GTA Vice City, do stunts, record them, hope for the best. Then the whole copyright thing came about, which, let me tell you something a little bit about that. I know for a fact that a huge amount of content creators these days would not survive in that era of YouTube. Because like I've told you before, in that era of YouTube, you did not, and I repeat, you did not have the ability to appeal your claims that were put on your channel. So any Tom, Dick and Harry could come along and be like, hey, this content's ours, let's issue a strike. Because these days it's down to getting a copyright claim. If you fight it and you lose, you can appeal it. If you lose the appeal, you're given a strike. Or in some cases, in my case recently, you were given the option to remove the appeal, and thus you wouldn't get a strike, your content would stay up, and that's that. Back then, once someone identified their content on your channel, that was it. You got a strike. And that was the end of GTAraj. It really was. Oh my goodness. It was the end of GTAraj because a bunch of people come along and were like, hey, this is ours. We're gonna go put ads on it. And I was like, okay. I could never monetize it. I could never monetize the content anyway. So I kind of calmed down with using highly copyrighted content. Kind of like music. I was just grabbing what music I had on my hard drive and dropping it into Windows Movie Maker. Yes. I would drop the content into Windows Movie Maker, render it, done. That was it. So I thought, what could I do to fill the time? Fill the void? I only ever did a few videos on Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 back then. Why am I not allowed to land here? Come on. So the way I would do those videos is I would do a match. Because I didn't have a capture card at the time, I couldn't actually hook up to my PC and record there. What I would do is I would do a match that I thought would go well, and I would continually do that match until I had a good result. If I had a fantastic result, I would save the replay. Then I'd whip out my digital camera and record the replay. And that was that. I would take it out, I would take the SD card out, put it on the computer, because at this point when I was doing Dragon Ball Z videos I had access to the computer, just by shifting some clutter. And poof! There we go. Transfer from the SD card to computer, then upload. Simple as! Oh, finally you let me land, you absolute gooseberry.
Bullshit.
But in the meantime, I wanted to explore new avenues of content. So, this one's a weird one. There was a site I used to watch content on. Aside from YouTube, I didn't watch too much content back then. Maybe the occasional Duncan 33303 video. The now title Lost in Evidence, he was doing content back then, I believe. Maybe. But there was very few people on there that would watch. There was Shane Dawson, Smosh. But that was way before you had the massive amount of content creators that you have nowadays, like Marquez Brownlee, Linus Tech Tips, and all sorts. So I explored new content avenues, and the site that I used to watch anime on was called dbz-zone.com. Well, hi there, how you doing? I used to watch content on dbzone.com. And honestly, oh boy, where the hell am I? They had a thing called, they had what was known at the time as an AMV contest. I didn't know what it meant. You ask a question, you get an answer. So I asked around the community there, and they're like, oh, AMV stands for anime music video. And I was like, hey, that's kind of cool. And I watched a few of them, and I was like, yeah, this is like anime clips synced up music. So I tried it. My first ever AMV is still live online, by the way, which I'm going to actually grab a copy of and put it on my YouTube channel. Not this one, of course, because I do believe the song is SR71's Goodbye. That's a kind of weird one. So I did an AMV, it turned out well. By the time I got around to doing the AMV, I had acquired Sony Vegas Pro. Now the software is now called Magix Maker Pro or whatever it is. Magix Vegas Pro. It's just Vegas Pro. It's no longer in the hands of Sony. It's by the company Magix, whose software I have used before, by the way. Magix software is really, really good. Welcome, Richard Forrest. How you doing, buddy? So yeah, the AMV side of things came from DBZ Space. They had an AMV contest. That's how I found out about AMVs. And quite frankly, I enjoyed watching what was there. And hell yeah, it got me into them. And I was kind of nervous about trying to make one. Oh wow, we have taken a lot of damage, haven't we? And that turned out quite well. It turned out to be really nice, and I just didn't stop. Okay, I've calmed it down a lot these days, but it took ages to do it, to make the AMVs. And in that time period, this is roughly still 2008, 2009, by the way. I came across a content creator called Sonic and Mario Rules. He uploaded remixes of the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. I liked them. I particularly liked the his Open Your Heart remix, which it's a super basic one, and it's how I bass mix now. So essentially the way it plays out is you grab the Sonic Adventure 1 theme, the actual intro theme with the water flooding the city. And you add in the guitar riff that plays at the start of Open Your Heart. And then you sync up the actual insert song itself. And then you line it up and you get things right. It sounds really nice. That's how I done it. He was my inspiration for doing remixes back then. He got me into them, and it's kind of how I do. It's kind of one of the reasons why I do remixes these days. Remixes these days now, for me, they're way more complicated. Back then, it was simple mashups. If it didn't fit, then you would clip the track. You clip the track and do whatever you could to make it fit. These days, it's all about, for me at least, it's all about ripping the vocal tracks. Try and rip the vocal tracks, clean it up. If there's any background distortion, pray to whatever god you believe in that the background distortion is removed when you add in background noise or a backing track. And that's kind of it. Once GTAraj was gone, I was at school, come back and it's like, oh, your YouTube channel's been terminated. And I'm like, oh, it was the worst feeling I'd ever felt that year. It really was. I'd put so much effort into the content I had there. It was really... Luckily, I had some of the videos still saved. So what I did is I created a second channel. I didn't want to lose the name GTAraj, so I simply called the channel GTAraj 1. That focus was anime music videos and remixes. Remixes were the shortest, by the way. They literally took a few hours to make. However, I was still on the I was still on the Core 2 Duo processor at the time, and oh boy, to render a video in 240p for the PSP, this is a 5-minute video, I would literally take 45 minutes to an hour to render it. When it came to doing my first ever high definition video, it took an hour and a half to render that in HD. An hour and a half, 2 hours. And we haven't even got to one of the worst parts yet. Is back then, the internet. The World Wide Web. So our ISP at the time was a company called... What the hell? Is this guy trying to shoot me or something? You know what? Screw him. I'm going to go throw snowballs at him. Weapons, get home. Let's go and kill a redneck with snowballs. Oh, he looks like a redneck. Let me go kill him with a snowball. Let's see.
Damn!
Wow, he actually just died from that. Okay then. GTA 5 lets you kill people with snowballs. Confirmed. Wait, can we kill this guy? Excuse me, sir, can I tell you about the... What? Never mind. Anyway, back to the internet thing. Our ISP at the time, Internet Service Provider, was Sky Digital. We paid X amount, which gave us a telephone line, digital, well, satellite television, and the internet connection. They promised us up to 4 megabytes a second. This is roughly 2000. This was a long time ago. They promised us X amount. We did not get that. We're lucky if we got 1/10 of that. We got 1/10 of it, roughly. We had 320 kilobit a second download speeds. And about 18 kilobytes for upload. So as you can imagine, hey, that's fine, buddy. You do what you have to do. Helping's good. It's a very good thing. We all need to start helping, which is where I'm gonna segue into. You can help me, but oh, you can help me by subscribing to the channel. If you enjoyed the content so far, drop a like on the video, share it around, and if you want to, click the join button to become a channel member, where you will become a Super Saiyan today. Back to the story. As you can imagine, with what is it, 18 kilobyte upload speeds, it took hours. I could set a video to upload, right, and go to school and come back, and the video would be just beginning to process. It took that long to upload one video. Really did. During the bad times, I literally left the computer on all night. Left the computer on all night to let the upload finish. I was dedicated. I didn't have a schedule. Nothing like today. I didn't have a schedule. None. Nada. There was no schedule. Whilst we're at it, let's land and then we'll go and grab another car.
Miss me.
Let's park like a good citizen. Then we shall grab the General Lee from Dukes of Hazzard. No, before you say anything, it's a very controversial car. I don't give a fuck. Quite frankly, I like the design of the car. I know it from the Dukes of Hazzard video game. That is all. I don't give a damn about the Confederacy. I just don't. Keep your politics to yourself. Now, story time again. It would literally take hours to upload, as I've said. At the worst of times, it would take over a day to upload. No schedule or anything, I would just upload whenever. So there's that. I come back home, roughly 2010. And the channel had been deleted. You have received 3 copyright strikes, your channel is now terminated.
Excuse me, my car.
Away and tickle your pickle with your stupid wee car there. So me being me. Me being me. This was roughly 2010-2011. When GTAraj 1 was created. Well, late 2009. That lasted till... No, late 2009. Lasted until about 2011. Bada bang, bada boom. Because... Hey, thanks for the congrats, buddy. What I would do, I wouldn't sit around and sob about the channel being gone. I immediately made a new channel. GTAraj 2. GTAraj had gone, GTAraj 1 had been gone as well. Same day, made GTAraj 2, bada bing, bada boom. At the time, I was working on what is now a mediocre Gohan tribute from his time in the Time Chamber. And I released that on GTAraj 1. GTAraj 1 was taken down, and then I released the tribute preview on GTAraj 2. Bada bang, bada boom. I decided to expand content again. I started with handheld camera work. At the time I had what I thought was a pretty decent phone. Welcome, Topu Manga. How are you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the 1500 subscriber special. To anyone who is just joining, you can DVR back to get the start of the story. I'm just going through piece by piece. There's a fair bit to learn here about how I got the name, what things have been like, and just general things like that. If you want to stick around for the mods and all the flashy stuff, then feel free to. I'm also taking questions, by the way, which once I'm done with the story, we'll get onto the questions. Then we'll just chill out and run people over or something. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm just going to run some over. That reminds me, you can... One of the funny things that you can do is piss off the rednecks and just like insult them. It's one of the better things I enjoy about GTA 5. Let's see, teleport, waypoint. And no, we're not playing online. I don't like GTA Online. It's not my cup of tea. But I decided to switch up my content a bit. And this content's all still up, by the way, over on GTAraj 2. You can go and look that up. So back on GTAraj 1 is where remixes start taking off. I started pumping them out. Roughly either virtually every second day or every other day, uploading them whenever. Let's see. Like I said, I decided to switch content up. I decided for some stupid reason to review my iPod. So that was a thing, and I'd whip out the camera on my phone, and then pan the camera down and be like, hey, this is my iPod, this is what firmware is on, this is the apps that's on it, this is what I could do. That didn't go down well. I mean, especially not in this day and age. I can't even see the bloody picture because it's that piss poor quality. Let's go... Let's bring out Kit for a wee while, shall we? Kit's got a wee special feature here. Let's go pay this fella over here a visit.
Very well.
Let's go for that. Now you see auto cruise stuff, so I can just do. So this on GTAraj 2, like I said, switched up the quality. I decided to do a couple of reviews. The channel lasted for over a year, for just over a year. Then I was like, hey, I just got a capture card off a friend for 20 quid. I want to use it. Maybe I should just simply make another channel instead of flogging this one down with gaming content. I want to differentiate my content. It's how GTArajgaming was born. Purely for the gaming content. And I switched a couple of videos over to GTArajgaming. I split some of my content. That is to say that the same content is on both channels, just in case audience finds it on one channel as opposed to another one. And it's the PS1 collection. I dug out all my games, went through them by system. This was still when I was still limited to 5, maybe 6 minutes on each video. That was increased later on to 15 minutes. So. Yay! This is all making me feel really old, by the way. Hey, back in my day, we didn't get to appeal copyright. Back in my day. Oh wow, somebody's not happy with me. Let me just stop kidding. Oh wow, these guys. Right, Let me just take care of them real quick with these. Go on, just let me hit you with snowballs. Eh? Oh. Right, sir, you are firing at me with a weapon. I'm going to pellet you with snowballs filled with stones. Kindly stop moving. Oh, that hit him. Nice.
Fucking pricks!
There he died. Lovely. So I differentiated my content. However, the first video on either channel to get a severe amount of views was the video on how to play PS2 games on a non-backwards compatible PlayStation 3. In the video, I showed off the PS3 playing a disc
Very well.
on a non-backwards compatible PS3. Which basically meant putting a custom emulator on, a custom version of Sony's emulator on a flash drive, copying it over to the internals of the PS3, then using a jig stick to force the console into a factory service mode, where you could then put in a disc and then play the disc. That worked, but the frame rate was terrible, governor. Nonetheless, people enjoyed the video, but to a degree, a lot of people disliked it, simply because I wasn't using a PS3 controller and they called it fake. Now bless them, I tried to educate them on this. I tried to educate them on this by linking them to what I was using at the time. So, what I was using at the time was a PS2 controller. Now, you may be wondering, how do you get that? How do you get that working on a PS3? There's an adapter for it. You plug in a USB and it works. The PS3 picks it up as a gamepad. Now, it doesn't pick it up as a PS3 pad or anything like that, but it kinda does. PS3 picks up as like a PS3 pad. At that point, it's just a cable with a box on it with no buttons. So if I wanted out of a game, I had to turn the console off, restart it. Yeah, the gameplay is being played by me. I have kit set to auto cruise.
I am not qualified to overrule your wishes.
Oh, I'm in the way of the box! Let me remedy that real quick. I was actually meant to put myself on the right hand side. Whoop. Look, ma, no hands. I do believe that may just be correct. There we go. Let me double check this real quick. There we go, that's all fun. It's all fun and games. Yeah, the Knight Rider mod has an auto cruise mode, and that's what we're using. So if I press 1 on the keyboard, on the bottom left you should see auto cruise on, and then the car will go to the target location. So if you set a waypoint, like I have here, the car will then drive towards it without, well, hey. So the playing PS2 games on the PS3 did in fact get a lot of hate, simply because I was using a controller adapter. That didn't help. It didn't help in the slightest that I linked to the product I was using. I didn't really pay attention. They were like, fake, 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 you're using PS2 controller. So that's that. So, yeah. There's only been a few camera things that I've done in the past. I ended up doing the PS3 game thing on using a camera. I tried to do my first ever Let's Play with the camera. That was me standing at a big CRT holding my smart phone. Wait, what? GTA 5, hello. Thank you. So what? Yeah, at the time, the first ever Let's Play was Metal Gear Solid 2. Oh, that didn't go well. It didn't go well in the slightest. It didn't. Mainly because, one, the quality was piss poor. There was barely any HD at that time. And, quite honestly, I did poor at the game anyway because I had to do it one-handed because it was like... let's see. I had to hold it like that. Obviously the phones back then were tiny. The phone was like that wide and like that long with a tiny ass screen on it. That's how I did like the selfie videos. If you went back on the GTAraj 2 channel and watched thank you, kid. If you go back to GTAraj 2 and look at the Dreams of an Absolution rock mix, I have in it a kind of selfie video of me. Which, the image I used in it, the image I used in the video was by a buddy of mine called Chris. I won't give out a second name, don't want to dox anyone. And he made a render of Metal Gear Rex. And I was like, yo, I'm going to use that and then give thanks. That was quite cool. So that's that. But yeah, those old camera videos are really piss poor quality. Also, for the record, we cannot use weapons inside of kit. Doesn't allow it. So, if we want to use weapons in a vehicle, we just have to switch vehicles. Simple as. We use the other DeLorean, the one that doesn't fly. This one is just built purely for speed. Hey! Oh. Stunt jump field! But aye. The phone I used to use for recording was... It was an old Samsung. However, it used a resistive touchscreen, not a capacitive. A capacitive screen is very much like this, where you would like... You don't prod it. A resistive touchscreen, however, is what's on the Nintendo 3DS. That's the most modern example I can use. The touchscreen on that is resistive, so you have to jab it, jab, jab, jab! And it didn't run Android. No. It had something along the lines of a 2 megapixel camera. It ran Java. It ran a custom Java operating system. It still used WAPs, whatever, to browse the web. You didn't really have a web browser like you do these days. Oh no. It was all old school. And that is kind of the origin and history of GTAraj. I hope you've enjoyed it. And also, what are we running at temperature wise? Oh, not too bad actually. Funny enough, we've taken a fairly big FPS hit for this.
You don't see this car here?
Oh. Yeah. This is a fairly big FPS set, which is like, it's like 30 FPS more than what I had with the GTX 1060. But we are streaming, so I don't give a damn. I'd normally be at about 120 on this, so streaming, especially with a bunch of settings turned down. Oh wait, never mind. The FPS is capped. I capped the FPS before coming on stream to lower GPU usage. That would normally be way higher. But anyway, hope you've enjoyed the origin of GTAraj. So I did a thing, right? Where I asked you about questions. If you had any questions, I would answer them on stream. Or even if you have questions now, you can ask them in the live chat, and then I'll reply to you. Keep in mind, it takes 20 to 30 seconds for me to see your message. So please do keep that in mind. I already know one of my buddies has asked a question. I don't know what the question is. I haven't checked. So let me just hop on into that. So we're now in the Q&A section of this 1500 subscriber special. So we have a comment down here. So I have to. I have multiple comments. Alright, so I have a bunch of questions asked by 5Pill. Thanks for the question, buddy. Question 1. What are your 3 favourite games of all time? Ooh. Dragon Ball Z, Budokai Tenkaichi G3. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Sonic Adventure 2. Done. If it was a top 10, I'd also add in things like Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, Tonka, Touring Car Championships, Gran Turismo, and stuff like that. Question 2. So you can see all the questions here, by the way. What is a game that you haven't streamed yet, but you would like to try in the future? Ooh. Right. Ooh. A game that I haven't streamed but I would like to in the future. There's multiple, in fact. To name a few: Seven Sins, Playboy the Mansion. Yes, those are real games. Look them up. Guru Larry did a video on Seven Sins. However, it's not appropriate for YouTube, so I'd have to switch that to Twitch. Playboy the Mansion is a Sims clone, straight up, but it takes place in the Playboy Mansion. Portal 1. Portal 1 is a game that I've been meaning to play for a while. I done a full let's play of the second game on the channel without knowing anything about the franchise. So his girlfriend Cloda asks, what are you doing to keep your mind off the current pandemic? That's a very good one. What am I doing to keep my mind off the current pandemic? Well, I'm doing things as I normally would. Staying indoor. Oh wow. Oh wow, that just flicked me in the hand. Nice. Things that I'm doing to keep my mind off the current pandemic. Well, streaming, watching anime, watching my favourite YouTubers. Still, those would be Linus Tech Tips, Bitwit, Super Mecha Frieza, just name a few. They're all. Oh, Super Mecha Frieza, she does reactions to anime, and it's a good way to get. If you've already seen the series, it's a good way to see how someone's reacting to it, like the reaction to the story, what's going on, the line work on the art, and all that stuff. Plus the general plot, so that's a good one. Other notable YouTubers that I do frequently watch would be Geekdom 101 for Dragon Ball content, that's a thing. Random Gaming HD for, he does like benchmarking on old computer hardware and all that. And it's good to see how an old graphics card or processor would handle in 2019, 2020, 2021, whenever you're viewing this. Just to name a few, most of my subscriptions on YouTube are basically tech-based or anime-based. Other things that I'm doing are just playing more video games. It's kind of a way to take your mind off what's going on, and also be one of the other things is being there more for your friends, checking up on them, seeing how they are. It's one of the extra things I'm doing. And I believe you all should be doing the same thing as well. Frequently check up on your friends, family. The one rat that keeps running about in your kitchen, that kind of thing. What are the highlights / best streams for this channel so far? Highlights. Oh. Highlights for the channel and best streams. I think the best stream so far has been the one where the DeLorean locked me inside of it. And I couldn't get out. No one else could get in. Yeah, the scenario around that was GTA 4 was the game I was playing at the time. Part of the Let's Play. I'd spawned the DeLorean. And things went to hell in a handbasket, because the modding on GTA 4 is dumpster fire. Let's get that right out there. The mod at the time would frequently lock the DeLorean up, so I couldn't get out, the DeLorean wouldn't move, no one could get in. So I had a wanted level, spawned the DeLorean. I was inside of it. Couldn't drive it. The flying script had broken, so I couldn't go into flying mode. And police officers were surrounding the car, and they tried to get in, they couldn't. And they kept dancing around, they kept moving back and forth the car, trying to get in, and doing this and that. Best highlight though. Ooh. That's a tough one because of the sheer amount of content on here. The best highlight would be a promotion video that I've done for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, where I played. I did a video on Oni Fox's mod, the Dual Fighters mod, where you play as Goku, and when you do attacks, Vegeta would pop in and help out. I had a lot of fun making that. I had a lot of fun editing a video together for that. I had a lot of fun editing the Sonic versus Goku video. I don't mean the old ones, I mean the newer ones where it felt more like a music video. That was really fun to do. What are your hopes for this channel in the future is question 5. It's a very, very good question, by the way. My hopes for the channel. Hopes for the channel. I hope to actually extend the content, which is what I'm trying to do. I want to extend it to various types of gaming. I want people to enjoy what I enjoy. The goal for the channel so far originally was just for me to show off my video games, my love for video games. But because of the streaming, it's changed to wanting to entertain people whilst showing off my love for video games, and hoping we can meet a kind of common ground, so to speak. Maybe introduce someday to a game. Maybe I'm playing America's Top 10 Most Wanted and someone's like, oh, that's a really good game, what's it called? Why are you playing it? Is it actually really good? That kind of thing. And maybe just entertain people along the way. That's kind of one of the joys of streaming, is that we can really... It's the biggest reason I chose streaming is... Oh, this guy's annoying me now.
You think you're something, huh? I've had enough of your shit.
Boy! Right, before I finish that, I'm going to quickly machete this guy to death. Mate, it was his own fault! He tried challenging me to a fight, so... I whipped out the nicest thing I could, aside from my dick, and then slapped him with it. He just so happened to die. So, to go back, what are your hopes for this channel in the future? To make more content, of course, that's one of them. To expand the content on the channel and to hope people enjoy it, and to have a laugh along the way. It's always fun when you're having a good time on stream, but it's a bigger joy when other people are also having fun on stream. So that's 5 pills questions asked. Answered, I should say, sorry. If anyone else has more questions they would like to ask, feel free to. You have until the end of the stream, or until I'm next streaming again. Anyway, I hope you're all enjoying this. If you're enjoying it, then feel free to subscribe to the channel. There's a lot more content to come on the channel. We are going to be expanding. So if you want to be notified when new content comes out, make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell to be notified whenever I stream, upload, post in the community tab, or do small things like hack your comment, reply to you, and all sorts. Nice, I've tipped my DeLorean. Or at least I did. Aye. If you enjoyed the content so far, feel free to drop a like, share the content around, click that join button to become a Super Saiyan today. Now, I haven't gotten to the meat and potatoes of this set of mods here. I was going to install an Iron Man mod earlier on, but like all weird things, it didn't work. So here is your boy Zamasu from Dragon Ball Super. And to that particular individual who's watching, spoilers. I'll wait to get called out. On that note, Mr. Person, you seem to have not caught up on Dragon Ball Super yet. Change that. Immediately. Start binge watching the series. Give in to the stream pressure. If I have to, I'll make a petition, a change.org petition, to get you to watch it. And don't think I won't. Last time somebody challenged me to something, I went through with it. So I was kind of issued a challenge a long time ago. I had a modding tool, and they quote unquote bet me. Wow. Richard Forrest says he effing hates emojis. I fucking hate them too. A long time ago I was bet that I wouldn't use a particular modding tool to create an unholy creation within Soul Calibur 5 on the PS3. So I've got a modding tool that allows you to do a lot of things. One of the things it allows you to do is to change equipment on any of the characters in the game and have it as an additional equipment slot. Additional costume slot, sorry. So I took it upon myself to edit Ivy Valentine. What I did is I took Patroclus' face and put it onto Ivy Valentine's face. Well, or rather I replaced them. And I created Patroclus Valentine, the bustiest male you'd ever come across. Or even two for that matter. Oh, look at me, my car's on fire. Can I burn somebody with that? Excuse me, pedestrians. Can I burn you with my car real quick? Excuse me, mister, I'm sitting on a used couch. I used the Funimation casting couch.
Whoa!
No, come here, I want to see if I can set you on fire real quick. Come on. Come and let Uncle Zamasu set you on fire. No, don't jump the fence! Oh, mister on the quad bike. Can I set you on fire real quick? Hey, so if your car's on fire and you drive into someone else that's on fire, it will indeed set them on fire. So I think it's about time to run through a few of the mods we have on. So some of the mods that I have turned on are add-on pets? Yeah, pet select. So some of the costumes I have will crash the game. Keep that in mind, so I can't go through all of them. So some of them that I have are related to CW's Flash. Now, as a quick wee warning here, I've ranted about this before. There's a modder out there called Julio NIB. He published a Flash mod, but he's currently charging for you to use it. Which, under copyright law, he's not allowed to do that because he's using the Flash name and brand as part of his creation. Which I would kind of wholeheartedly want someone to alert DC and Warner Brothers and all that, but they probably wouldn't do anything about it. So it's kind of the weird way of how things work. So let's go through some of the costumes that we have. Some work, some don't. So we have the big boy himself, Savitar, from CW's Flash. Now we've got Zoom, Hunter Solomon. He's now busted because he has access to the Strength Force and Sage Force and all that. We have Wally West, without his powers. The T-800C Terminator, the T-600, Superman, what appears to be Henry Cavill's wooden Superman, CW's Supergirl, Kamen Rider Decade, because he's just a passing through Kamen Rider. Obviously, the aforementioned Spider-Gwen, Kamen Rider Skull, Kamen Rider Ryuki, the Rival, Reverse Flash with red glowy eyes, Kamen Rider 1 Nico. We're not picking that one. Oh, that didn't work. Yay for scripts dying. Let's just reload the save real quick. Reload the save and that does things. Lovely jubbly. So yeah, we have a bunch of stuff we can use. It's all lovely. Remember, if you have any more questions, feel free to ask them. We're going to chill out on GTA 5 for a while. Oh, thank you GTA 5 for crashing on me so soon. Oh, I'm super appreciative of it. He said lying. Yeah, Julio NIB has a Flash mod, and he's also charging for it. But the way he thinks he gets around it is by saying, oh, there's a free day. And the way you get to use these mods is simply by signing up to his Patreon. Now, first and foremost, if you are making the mod 100% original, then it's fine to charge for it. However, If the mod in question uses assets that don't belong to you, such as you're merging together multiple models to make a new one, to make a really nice thing, unless you are 100% creating said modification, then it's not yours to monetize. Now, it's not just Julio NIB that does this. There's hundreds of people that do it throughout different modding scenes. There's some in the Dragon Ball Xenoverse modding scene that does it. Which, quite frankly, sickens me. They shouldn't be doing that. It's literally against the law for them to do that, since they're... When it comes to Dragon Ball Xenoverse modders, a lot of them do in fact reuse in-game assets. I've noticed that. Some people might be like, hey, hypocritical. Not really. I don't charge for my mods. I really don't. All of my modding videos are free to view. All of the mods that I have created are free to download. You don't pay anything. If you so happen to get an ad, then oh well. You can choose to skip it or wait it out. That's how that thing generally works. Either that or you just don't get an ad or whatever. But there's only one mod that I have created from scratch. And that is the auras for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, or Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1 and now 2. Now that just revolves around me using straight lines, and then adding detail in very small places, and then everything going to hell in a handbasket. You can even see that on xenoversemods.com. If you follow one of the links that I provide for one of my downloads, you can easily view my page. You can easily view my page where you see all my hand-created mods. There's only one mod where I really did goof up on, and it was one of the aura updates. And oh boy, I rushed it. I rushed to repack the mod and wasn't careful enough. And another modder's files got mixed in, because at the time I was just willy-nilly installing mods and then editing my own, and then because of the crunch I was kind of under, well, the crunch I put myself under, I got things mixed up. I included some of the wrong texture files. Now you might be saying to yourself, oh, but you can go back and edit it. Yes, I can. But by then, a couple of modders had popped into the comments saying, oh, you've merged it with mine. Credit would be nice. So I did that. I edited the description to also includes pieces of so-and-so's content and so-and-so's content. The biggest hypocrisy from modding come from anime game mods forums, where a moderator kept trying to delete my mod title link. And he's like, yeah, but you're using someone else's mod. And I'm like, kind of not. For one, my modding files are mine. And if you look through them, but they're like, they kept replying back saying, oh, but you're using parts that come from Pride Troopers. And it was pointed out by someone else on another forum, and then eventually on anime game mods. The Pride Troopers were just using scripts to retexture Zamasu's aura. There's a cutscene of Zamasu when he comes in with the aura from the anime where it's all like white and shimmery and rainbow and all that. What they were doing is using scripts to change its colour. That's all it was doing, it was changing its colour and location. That's how you get the kind of like cloudy effect and then all the pointy bits. I don't know. The pointy bits of the aura, where they're all like jagged and stuff like that. That's what the scripting in the files allowed. Because if you edit them and you change their coordinates, you can make the individual pieces of the aura appear in different places. I've experimented with this, like, whatever. It's beyond me, is what I'm trying to say. I was terrible at it. I screwed it up so bad the part of the aura disappeared.
That was close.
And then I'm like, yeah, I've not got time to learn all of this. But the point is, the Pride Troopers, and to an extent Azura's mod, are using scripts to change the Zamasu aura color. And the guy sounded really salty and pissy when it was pointed out. I pointed it out first after learning about it, saying, yeah, you do realise that aura is in the game. And the guy's like, yeah, you have to be joking, it can't possibly. And another user popped on saying, yeah, it's from Zamasu's cutscene. And that's when I put two and two together properly, and it's like, yeah, holy crap, that's what they're doing. Oh, what? Catch me if you can! It really is. It really is something when modders don't really say how they achieve this. Because at the same point, at the same thing, you can actually just copy paste the script and then edit it to your heart's content, so long as you know what you're doing. Hashtag Xenoverse Aura modders exposed. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. They do very good work, it's way beyond what I was doing. Like, there were people experimenting with auras before I was, but to my knowledge, I was the first one to release a full custom thing. Before anyone else. I was doing textures, nothing else. I was doing the non-scripty part. And what I was doing, the way I was doing it, was very different from what others were doing at the time. Because at the time, you had people releasing Z-Core mods, basic stage edits and things like that. One of the best mods I come across for Xenoverse 1 in fact, was the animated tails. Now back then, the mod itself tricked the game into thinking you were freezer race. The downside is the character's height was all wrong, so they fell through their feet went into the floor. But whatever, I digress. The whole point is that modders in their own right should be saying how they achieved it, and I don't believe the Pride Troopers and Azura and all that, even Lazy Bones, explained how they achieved it. But there is a thread on how to do it, so I guess that counts. Whatever. Well, it's kind of the thread that I looked at to try and do it. Oh my word. Alright, I'm gonna pop back in the DeLorean. I have to pop off real quick. Give me a second. Let's just get right up in the air before I have to BRB. So, there we go. I shall return momentarily. Stay where you are. Be back soon.
I'm a champion. I kick your ass, man.
Hey, here we are, back again. Jesus Christ, it's warm in here. I am literally glad I don't have sound panels up. Which at this point, would be not too bad actually. But at the same time, when you put up soundproof panels, it just means that your room is going to get that much hotter. Especially if there's no windows, but I have two big windows right behind the computer. And no, it's not improving my airflow, because I made a mistake when I purchased my PC case. I love my PC case the best. The Fantex and Evolve X is the best case I've ever had. But at the same time, it's a really big case. So to proficiently cool components in it, the fans within the case have to be powerful enough. In my case, the fans that came with the case are roughly 1000 RPM, approximately. Maybe 1200, I don't know. And yeah, the air coming in from the two fans that are there just aren't reaching the graphics card fast enough. So that's one of the upgrades I'm making to the PC is when Overclocker ships out my order for the all-in-one liquid cooler plus 4 fans. It's gonna be four 140mm fans. Because 1 for the back, 3 for the front. You've got to exhaust the air, because... Let's land up here real quick, shall we? Let us land up here real quick, partner. We're gonna knock the goddamn yeehaw out of them. I'm kidding. But hey, here we go. And thus we've landed on the big balloon. To which we can do such things as a Molotov cocktail. Oh. I am slowly slipping off this big balloon like. Wait, what? I got a wanted level from landing on a balloon and chucking a Molotov cocktail. Let's not do that. Yeah, watch this not burst the balloon. Oh well. Right, I feel bad for the people who are gonna get smacked in the face with that debris. Oh, you shall not catch me, I am flying. Dun 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 dun. Heck yeah. But yeah, oh, going back to the topic of modding. It's so fancy, people enjoy it. Yes, people actually do enjoy it. On the topic of modding, there's one mod that I've only ever published a handful of mods for Xenoverse 2. What the hell? So that's what it looks like when your back end falls off. Nice. So yeah, there's a few mods that I would never be able to sell. Not that I would, because selling mods is a freaking paying to have access to a mod is a disgusting thing. It really is, and whoever actually does charge for mod access for a video game needs kicked in the face. In Minecraft, they need to go Minecraft themselves and get bitten by a zombie or shot by a skeleton. On the topic of modding, I wouldn't be able to if I were that kind of person, I would never be able to charge for access to my Darkness Mixer mod, which gives the general public access to the boss charging skill called Darkness Mixer. I would never be able to charge for my upcoming mod, which is a reskin of the user interface. Why? Because the assets are not mine. They're game assets retextured to give the game a different look and feel. The difference with the Aura mod is that I drew the mod from scratch. Then I copy pasted it into all the different files, well, into all the different Aura types, and then recolored it. That's the difference. I actually hand created. I made it from scratch. What the hell? Why are you leaking? Why are you leaking? Stop leaking. Oh my goodness. I do apologize for that. Anyway, on to drink number 2 for the evening. It's Rockstar. Rockstar's XD Power. From the meme Roar XD from all those emo days. Back when you used to browse MySpace. Back when Tom was your only friend, even though you had like a million other friends in the real world. Tom would be that guy to always stick around. Until he sold MySpace, and then MySpace got yeeted into oblivion because they screwed up transferring MySpace to another server. And everyone's music got deleted. So I have... Oh. We'll still be live for a fair bit of time, keep that in mind. Remember, if you still have questions, feel free to ask them. I could just blather on for quite some time, if need be. But anyway, I can always disclose how I made my mods. I used the for the darkness mixer. I used the skill creation tool, then copied the assets from darkness mixer over. Then made an X2M file that when you install it would give you store access to darkness mixer. As for the auras, I've already said I made them myself. And for the menus, all I did was get their Iggy text files, or Iggy files or whatever, extract them, open up the textures within Paint.net, and then have my way with them there. So, ha diddly do! See, I've disclosed how I made them. I don't see other modders doing that. Just keep in mind that right here and now, I will never sell my mods. They will appear in videos that will contain advertisements. Said advertisements are basically the norm on the channel, so if you've been watching for a while, you're used to it. If you're annoyed by it, then you can easily move on. So we're gonna go all General Lee here. We're going to the racist car. That's racist! Frankly, I don't give a damn. I've already stated that I like the car. I don't like the Confederacy though, so whatever. The car, my affiliation to the car is Dukes of Hazzard, as a child. Kind of like how my affiliation to Knight Riders from me as a child. BOOM! Get wrecked, sir! Ooh. Get wrecked. Oh look, a quad bike. I wonder who left that there. Oh, what? This guy's just come along and stole it. Unless it was the original owner and he didn't die. In that case, let's go change that real quick.
How did you not see me?
I'm pretty sure he's dead now. Oh, he's not. There we go. Crushed to death by a Dodge Charger with a racist symbol on top of it. There's a gas canister there. Over here. Oh, you kidding? Game, don't. Thank you. For whatever reason, this game has so many stutters now. Like the game freezes and then it looks as though it's going to crash, but then it's like gameplay continues as normal. Press down on the accelerator to continue. You know, that kind of vibe. But that's between here and there. I never actually got to check volume levels, actually. And escape, escape, escape. You've come. Hi, camera. How long have you been out of focus for? Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's put this volume up a bit more. Then I can put my volume up just a smidge more as well. So let's get that party started. So hopefully now, people who are watching may hear a bit more than they originally did. Ah, crap! I mean, since we're not playing GTA 4, very much. The Russian accent. Hey, comrade. It's time for me to take the general lead and ram some people. Russian accent. Would just not be befitting of this game in general.
my latest spec.
Let's give all weapons and then let's go and cause a bit of chaos, shall we? Actually, one thing that you can do that you may not have known is you can insult people. But you can insult passerbys. So if you go unarmed in a vehicle, you can give somebody the finger without taking them out to dinner first. And if you do it enough times, they'll approach you and try to attack you.
Why, oh, why weren't you drowned at birth?
Look at that, look at that! The monkey's getting up!
You are an annoying shit.
You're about to bleed.
He's coming over to me!
Make me cry. Come on, make me cry.
And he's pulling me out the car!
Come on, you piece of shit. You look motherfucker.
This General Lee fits in real good here. Now they're angry that I'm running them over. They are angry at me. Mate, wow.
Oh, Mama's gonna.
Take a hatchet to the face.
Oh man.
Oh, it's a shame they went and died. Let me change my skin real quick. I'm gonna go Cicada. So if you don't know who Cicada is, it's a villain from CW's The Flash. This, the actor for Cicada is actually one of the guys from American Pie. So that's quite cool. Do I have female Cicada? It's a female version that shows up. Let's see. Oh, we also have Kamen Rider Kabuto. The Flash of Kamen Rider. I don't appear to. We have Batwoman though.
Well, looks like you are surrounded.
We got Ruby Rosie's Batwoman, which the show itself goes all friggin' SJW. DS Production says hi. How you doing, buddy? I'm being shot at.
This ends now. Keep an eye out. I need cover.
Right, in traditional Batwoman style, we're gonna use knuckle dusters. Because that's how Batwoman fights, apparently. Ha.
You're good to go. I'll kill you.
Get wrecked! Look at me in my Kevlar vest. Wait, what? Oh. What the hell?
When I get the signal,
That dog just out of the blue started attacking the officer and killed him.
bread, got it. Wow. You maggot.
They just went and killed the dog! The dog was going to run after that police officer and shoot. Yes, indeed, I have the Dukes of Hazzard vehicle, the General Lee. And now we have Batwoman driving the General Lee. Oh, we can also do stunts in it, so that's a plus. We can do quickies. Also, Batwoman's. They went and killed themselves. Idiots. Let's run about as Terminator real quick, shall we? Let's go actual Terminator here, because we have access to the Widowmaker.
Fall back, son of a bitch.
Dun 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 dun. I need your boots, your clothes, and your helicopter. Ah, that pilot's dead. Where am I being shot from? There's a bunch over here. Did they survive the fall?
Retreat.
Oh, another pilot bites the dust. See, this is kind of similar. Do you have the kit mod? I indeed do. Let's go back to the general leave real quick. So let's go vehicle spawn. And look at that, we have the working scanner. And it's amazing. So one of the things that Kit can do is you can turbo boost, but you can also change license plates and remove your want. If you can use these microwave jammers. Look at that, we just busted the engine of the helicopter. And that one as well. Where's the helicopter? There was one just above us. Well, they're dead anyway, so like oh my goodness, what? Haha, your vehicle's busted. So right now we have the Terminator driving Kit. Kit is in fact just destroying the police officers. And we've just went and destroyed more helicopters. Bruh! That's an amazing sight to behold. No, officer! Stop it! Behave yourself! You could literally film an episode of Knight Rider using GTA 5. It really is amazing at this point. So if we really need to, we could just end the chase. But in true traditional GTAraj fashion from back in the day, where's the fun in that? Honestly, where is the fun in that? Come on! Go and get micro jammed, son. You can drive Kit and San Andreas, that's good. Oh, Kit also has auto drive. I've showcased this off earlier, but if you put a if you make a waypoint and put it down like I have, and then press 1 on the keypad,
Very well.
Kit will then magically drive himself. So I am free to do this. And Kit will attempt to drive by all known traffic laws within the realm of GTA 5. In this case, I'll have to take over. Because Kit would literally just sit there, he wouldn't do anything else. Because it's auto drive. He will not use his turbo boost at all. He will not use microwave jammer. Nothing like that. I just want to do that. And there's more of them just outright dying. Lovely. Oh, we don't have a car, unfortunately. However, the program that's used to make Kit's scanner move also has a car function, and it also has the super pursuit mode function. So if you had a model of super pursuit mode for Knight Rider, you can in fact use it and have an animated scanner. But that's about it. I don't think there's any super pursuit mode that legitimately works in GTA 5. Aside from a simple model, of course. I've had the model before. It's fine. Ah, I never blew up. Well, they're still dead, so it makes little to no difference to me. So let's do this in first person, shall we? Because I've got a feeling that people really do enjoy the first person mode for these games, and quite frankly, the first person mode feels top notch. It really does. There's a mod for it in GTA 4. However, the camera in it is disgustingly bad. But that's not down to the modder's fault. The camera is static in the GTA 4 one, which is kind of a letdown, because when you're trying to fly, say a helicopter or something that matter. Can you create cat mod for GTA 5? Definitely not. However, it may just be possible with when Theft of the Future releases an update. Because with Theft of the Future, it's the Back to the Future mod for GTA 5. It's been the nicest one so far. However, if you saw my video on it, then I made text jokes about how buggy it was. That was fun. Right. I hadn't gotten around to use my microphone at that point, so I just inserted text with my thoughts and feelings. Once Theft of the Future group releases a new version, I will try and jerry-rig a version of Cat for it. Ugh, that chase bores me now. License plate change and we are done here. So I was able to do it before on one of my Let's Play episodes. I did it before. Which I guess I can show it. I'll make him here. Flying DeLorean. We could edit. We grab this DeLorean. Is it this one? Yeah, there we go. Actually, it's not even in Dev tool. Wait a minute. Never mind. Close. Kit scanner. Options. We'll now set it to Deluxo. And if we set the Deluxo to be black, we have cat. So let's go into menu customs. Primary color matte black. There is cat. The night automated time trainer. I am the future of all cars. You may call me Cat. And here he is in all his glory. He actually does have weapons, by the way. The Deluxo DeLorean does have weapons. Or at least I don't have the weapon upgrade on. Let's sort that out real quick. Here's the scanner. It's not in the right place, but I am not going to argue that. So menu customs, can we get? We have Deluxo no wing. Can we get overlook exhaust? Yeah, that's fine. Oh wow, we don't even have any of the upgrades. Nice. Yeah, let's not do that. There was an option for extras, I believe. Huh. I do remember there being an option to have weapons. Yeah, we've got top speed of 500 kilometers an hour. Lovely. But yeah, this time around there's no... Yeah, there's nothing here for it. However, we can give him a race spoiler, which is... You have created a modern game. I did not create a modern game. I just painted a DeLorean black and gave it a scanner. So we can now freely drive around as Cat. However, the Mr. Fusion thing does not say Cat. And that person just got murdered by a light post. Lovely. For whatever reason, this car used to have guns. Whatever happened to that? Wait, was that not a thing from menu at the time? Well, Vehicle weapons. Wait, what? What the hell? What? Oh wow! It does nothing though. Whatever, I mean. For whatever reason, I can't give the Deluxo guns like it used to have. I don't know why it's not a thing, but whatever. It was actually an option if you go. Dark Bunny 92 says hi. Hey, how you doing? There was an option on the Deluxo, a long time ago. For it to have weapons, I no longer have those weapons, sadly.
Hop on in, buddy. Should be able to fit in one more jump.
So I am now going to restore this DeLorean. There we go. And we're going to remove that scanner because I don't want it there anymore. Option, set it back to Runner 3. Bada bing, bada boom. Alrighty. Yeah. Let's go here first. Let's go back to redneck country and start assaulting them for no reason. Oh, we can just teleport. That's fine. Teleport to waypoint. I wonder how they're going to feel when the Terminator starts insulting them. From the window of a potentially racist car, which I'm about to spawn in. Actually, you know what? We'll spawn in my all-time favourite vehicle. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Suzuki Escudo Pikes Peak dirt trail car. Throughout my time in playing racing games, it's one of my favourite cars. Actually, from playing Gran Turismo 2, Gran Turismo 3, it's my favourite car. And Gran Turismo 4, my favourite car is in fact the DeLorean, because the DeLorean is in Gran Turismo 4. But at the same time, Gran Turismo also features a steam wagon that you can drive. What? You cat as Lego Mock? I don't understand. So yeah, here's this. I fucking even talk properly. Here is the Suzuki Escudo Pikes Peak. Utterly my favourite car, and it's the fastest car you can get in Gran Turismo 2 and 3 I believe. Yeah, that would be annoying with that windshield wiper. Does it have working dials? Oh, that is janky! Oh wow. So the whole thing with the wow. The whole thing with the car is that it's a rally car. A very overpowered one, in fact. Yeah, let's just grab the General Lee. I don't have many custom cars in here aside from the Dodge Viper, the Dodge Charger with the General Lee skin. We have the Pontiac Trans Am Firebird dressed up as Kit from Knight Rider. We have two versions of the Back to the Future 2 DeLorean. Oh, pardon me. Back to the Future 2 DeLorean has two distinct models. One that replaces It has two distinct models. One replaces the Deluxo, which is also a flying vehicle within GTA 5, and the other one replaces something. Actually, no, it's an add-on. It's an add-on vehicle. So the way this works is there's a bunch of add-on vehicles that you can edit into the game to make the game think they're part of the game. It allows you to use them without overwriting existing cars. So, let's say I want to install a Toyota Hilux truck for whatever reason. I don't know why I want to. Terrible. Normally in a GTA game you would have to overwrite this vehicle here. However, you can make it as an add-on vehicle and you can spawn it in without having to replace anything. Let me just go and assault this person for driving a pickup truck. Yeehaw! Yeehaw! Massive amounts of incest, and yeehaw once again. Is that not the traditional redneck insult? I have no idea. Anyway, I've insulted that person, so now let's just do a wheelie. Sorry about that, sunshine. My car has a mind of its own. Oh, wait, what? He took that. It's still walking perfectly fine. Okay. That is realistic.
I'm gonna have me some fun with you.
I need your boots, your clothes, and your work overalls.
How is this possible?
Oh my goodness! Playing as a Terminator than just going around beating people up is really good. Also, for those who are new here, these streams can be DVR'd, aka you can scrub back and watch older parts of the stream. We've already went through previously asked questions. I've also done the origin of GTAraj, how I came up with the name, what things were like for me as a content creator of that era, and a content creator now. Well, I've not went through the content creation part for now, which I will in fact go through whilst driving around the incest capital of GTA 5. So, this will be brief because it's quite easy to say how I feel as a content creator now. Being a content creator now is much more simple than it used to be. And I don't mean because I mostly do live streams. It's far from that. It's far from that. It's because things have gotten better technology-wise. And I mostly live stream, so. Back in the day, as a content creator, I would have to wait several hours for a video to render in the then branded Sony Vegas Pro editing software, which I did illegally obtain, which these days now I just buy it whenever it goes on a Humble Bundle. For 20 bucks, you can get a Vegas Pro, now owned by Magix, the company that does music software, which weird flex there, Magix, but your software goes downhill every so often, so yeah. Magix, I only know them from Magix Music Maker. Weird. Whatever. On the context of being a content creator now versus then, technology's gotten so much better. My latest remix over on GTAraj 2 is in 4K, and it only took about 5-10 minutes to render it. No, approximately 5 minutes. Back then, I could have waited up to 8.5 hours if I wanted to render in 4K. HD took several hours. Rendering in 480p, or not even that, 240p, basically potato quality. Rendering in that kind of quality, back then, would take roughly 35 minutes to an hour, depending on how long the video was going to be. So that's the thing. Editing has gotten much more simple. Thanks to transition packs. It's a pack that you can install and then you just drag and drop it onto your clip and boom, effect. You don't have to toss in all these variables. Well, you can if you want to fine tune it to your liking. Being a content creator today is much more simple than it used to be. It really is. From the benefit of copyright protection, which quite frankly, keep in mind we didn't have that back in the day. Content creators who bitch about it, saying, oh, it's unfair, oh no, my channel's going to get deleted because of copyright. This could happen to me as well, but what I would do is I would appeal it. You know why? Because I can. appeal it because I have that ability. Well, not ability. I have that option. Back in the day, 3 strikes and you were done. No warnings. You'd get a warning saying you had a copyright claim on your video. And that was 1 strike. These days, you would get a warning that there's a copyright claim on your video, and you wouldn't be able to monetize it, but you still wouldn't get a strike. You can get as many of them as you want. You get as many of them. Ooh. You get as many of them as you want. Sucks to be you.
Whatever.
She just got killed by a snowball. Keep that in mind. Where else are you going to see the Terminator run somebody over and then kill them with a snowball whilst driving a racist vehicle? Yeah, so these days, we can list it all off. Let me just park here. Parked! Successfully parked. So, the biggest things to me that stand out. The fact that the copyright system is good. Now you're going to throw shade and be like, but I'm getting hell all the time. Fight it. Fight it all the way. Don't be afraid. Don't surrender to them. If you believe that you are fairly using the content under the clause of fair use or public domain or whatever, then fight it. If your dispute is rejected, appeal it. If the appeal is rejected, try and work something out with them. If it's music based, mute the music. So long as you're not talking over it, then you won't mute yourself. If you're talking over it legally, they can't really copyright claim it because they don't own that much of what's there. So if I were to play a 30-second clip of Michael Jackson's Speed Demon and talk throughout a fair chunk of it, they wouldn't be able to copyright claim it because the limit of the fair use is roughly 30 seconds, and since I would be talking through most of it, they wouldn't be able to anyway. Under the guise that I was giving a review or whatever, also they wouldn't be allowed to copyright claim something they don't own, and since they don't own your voice, then that's that. Point is, being a content creator today is better than ever, easier than ever, fairer than ever. So don't let the bigger YouTube channels or smaller YouTube channels say otherwise. Oh, the copyright system's broken. Oh, my Adobe software's not working. Well, there are alternatives. You're just too... In a way, you would be too afraid to switch. There's various content creators out there that are having a lot of trouble with Adobe software right now. Mainly because it's the newer one that's tied to being stored in the cloud. And they're paying a whole ton for it, and 2, they don't want to make the switch to something easier to use, better to use, because there's less things wrong with it. So there's that. But when it comes to the whole copyright system, people that are claiming that it's unfair, don't listen to them. They just, I keep saying this, and it stands true, they would not survive in the older days of YouTube. They'd be a mess in the corner crying themselves to sleep for crying out loud that they got a copyright claim, which is also a strike back today. They wouldn't survive. Because, for from my point of view, they're too afraid to dispute and appeal it. Because for one, if they've monetized their content, then the money is on the line for them. It's not really about the channel. Because it's not a strike. Getting a copyright claim doesn't prevent you from earning money at all. It prevents you from earning money on that video unless there's ad revenue sharing going on, which is half and half, I assume. Oh, he just died. Nice. I mean, not nice. Oh, he's no happy with the Terminator. I need your boots.
Son of a bitch.
I need your sneakers, your dirty trunks, and your torn thing. Oh, I missed. Right, sir.
Sweet Jesus.
He just died from being hit by a snowball. Nice. But aye. If you want to become a content creator, now is the time. If your content is being unfairly targeted by whoever, and you are in the belief that your content is in fact eligible for monetization or for being this or that, that's fine. Appeal it, dispute it and appeal it. However, if your channel is not monetized, don't bother. Don't bother. Just don't. Let's say you're playing Super Dragon Ball. I'm going to use it from experience here. Let's say you're doing a Let's Play of Super Dragon Ball Heroes, and Toei's like, you're using our content, which is actually a false flag, by the way, but whatever. If Toei says you're using their content and you're not monetized, don't fight it. The monetization system is a two-way thing. If you're slapped for copyright, ads will be placed on the video and the rightful owner of the content will receive monetary compensation via ads. That's how that works. And it's that system in general that shows just how much of a hypocrite the music industry is. This is a direct call out, by the way. I'm calling out the band I Prevail for this. The band is called I Prevail. And I'm calling them out because they had one of my videos taken down on GTAraj 2. They filed a strike and their agents or whoever got in contact with me. And it wasn't just like, hey, can you take this down? It wasn't just like an informal email, it was a proper formal one saying, hey, you don't really have permission for that, you need to get permission for it. I think it was, wasn't their manager? That was the, kind of like their money collectors or whatever. Their man in the middle. They're like, yeah, we don't really care what your reason is. We've been told to take the video down because it was manually targeted. We've been told that you're doing this and that. We want it taken down, or the band wants to take it down. If you want, we'll give you a contact to get in contact with the band or someone who works with the band to try and get permission. Which I'll admit, I didn't expect that nice of a response. But the fact they were like, yeah, if you take it down, we'll Did that just happen? He just drove into that pillar and fell off his bike. Idiot. But yeah, the man in the middle for the band I Prevail, after having the video blocked worldwide, is like, if you remove the video, we will remove the strike. Now that's a thing that I don't agree with, because what the music industry does not understand is how the monetary stuff on YouTube works. So if I were to upload the full version of If I uploaded the full version of Bullet for My Valentine's Waking the Demon, a copyright claim would in fact be placed on the video and ads would be chucked on it, but all of the AdSense revenue from that video would be given to the band or their manager or whoever, the man in the middle. That's what the music industry doesn't understand. They don't like it. They don't want you to pirate it. However, the way I see it, the more people that upload it, the better. One, the band, their manager and whoever involved would still be making that money. Because it's more claims to be put up there, it's more money given to them from ad revenue. Let's say the video's chucked up, a claim slapped on it, and then each and every individual version of the song that was uploaded gained 5 million views. Now, I know the song probably has like 25 million views, something along the lines. That's still a ton of money going to the band, their manager, the manager's label, whatever. They don't get the fact. This is not a call out to Bullet for My Valentine, by the way. I'm explaining how all this works as a creator who creates, who kind of knows this and that. Bad Dog Renamia fan 1982 says, "Hey, can you create the Trans Am from Smokey and the Bandit Part 3? I have never seen Smokey and the Bandit. I don't know what it looks like. I cannot recreate it. Besides, the only Trans Am that's in the game that I have is just a lovely, lovely vehicle here. This is the only Trans Am I have, it's the only one I like." But yeah, going back to the matter of copyright stuff. If a company, you can see how scummy a company is if a company or a band in general, you'll see how scummy they are. The car goes 85 miles an hour, a kit can go way faster than that. I'm going to quickly change characters real quick, so give me a sec. There we are, look at Zamasu. I hope that's entertaining enough for you. High quality Zamasu riding a dirt bike. And falling into the sea like gutter trash, because that's what Heroes has made him. Oh, look at me, I'm Zamasu, I'm God and everything. Oh no, I'm resorted to a pirate in Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Oh. Aye, quickly back on the topic of the copyright stuff. Oh, that's not even a good look. Let's put Zamasu on a bike, actually. Where the hell? There we go. Let's see what Zamasu does in his spare time when he's not hanging out with Goku Black. So, yeah. YouTube would actually be a much fairer place if companies stopped putting takedown notices on videos. If company... Oh, he's not happy. Sir, do you have time to talk about our Lord and Saviour Zamasu? Oh my goodness. Right, I'm going to have to get physical with you, sir. Mr. Redneck. Redneck McIncest, that's his name. This man here, the one that's punching Zamasu, is called Mr. Redneck McIncest. He is now a dead Mr. Redneck McIncest. So yeah, YouTube would in fact be a much better place for artists in general if they stopped doing takedown notices. Copyright claims are fine. What the general audience doesn't understand is that the ads on there go towards the band. The band, their label and all sorts. This guy's not happy. Do you have time to talk about our Lord and Saviour Zamasu?
I call this serving divorce papers. Jesus in heaven!
Oh, he started it! Oh, he's not dead yet.
Oh!
Just use the machete!
Oh, shit!
Finally. Yeah, going back to the copyright thing, real quick. The general public needs to understand that if you're using a band's content, we can give this thing turbo for crying out loud. If you're re-uploading Bullet for a Valentine's Wake of the Demon or I Prevails music or whatever, the ad revenue goes to their man in the middle and is then shared between them and the record label plus the band. So you're actually helping the band monetize. Ow! You're actually helping the band monetarily in a minuscule way, especially if the video doesn't do well. But if the video is earning over 1 million, over 500,000 plus views, then quite frankly, the band's making profit. The music industry and the general audience does not understand that, and it's time they need to. It's disheartening because it's putting a lot of people off. In some cases, if it's a false flag, then by all means appeal it, dispute it and appeal it. Keep going until they threaten with lawyers. Because most claimants will not take it further, especially on a channel like mine. If you threaten lawyers, then it's going to cost them more money in the long run. You'd probably, if you lost, you'd probably still have to pay lawyers' fees and to yourself and the defendants or claimants or whatever. But in the long run, they still have to fork out money in the long run. Hey, can we bunny hop? Wait, so you can't bunny hop on these bikes? That's terrible. That's a serious downgrade from San Andreas, because San Andreas lets you bunny hop. But whatever, I digress. Vehicle spawner. Anyway, guys, it's that time again. You see the world's greenest time traveler. It's that time again. We're doing it. it's time to end the stream. So, first of all, massive shout out to anyone and everyone that's joined it so far. It's been an absolute blast having you. You've made this subscriber special really, really good. Yeah, we didn't get many questions asked, it's fine. But we answered those, the ones that we did get. So, here's to 2,000 subscribers. Let's try and reach that this year at least. When we hit 2,000 subscribers, we are going to... It was either a game room tour or GTAraj demos, I was going to say. But game room, we'll do a game room tour. I'll talk you through the specs of the PC, talk you through the consoles, pan over them, do a fancy video. Won't be a live stream, alright? That won't be a live stream, that will be an individual edited video. So there's that. So massive thanks to Stuart Henderson on Twitter for the Follow Friday. It's always good being a part of his Follow Fridays. He recommends so many good people. It's unreal. A lot of them put out fantastic content. I don't know why I'm wearing these again. A lot of them put out fantastic content, and honestly, a lot of them are just really, really nice. A lot of them are just really, really nice to see what they post and all that. Anyway. Massive thanks to you lot, everyone that's watching. You're helping the channel grow. You're being a part of what I'm doing, and I'm happy for it. Really happy for it. So, here's to 2,000 subs. There will be more content coming in the future. The edited content is going to feature things like game unboxings, featuring game pickups that I get. We'll get card pack openings. There's obviously going to be more retro. There's going to be more GTA, because we're going to be doing different playthroughs of GTA in the future. We can do an actual playthrough of GTA 1, GTA 2, a modded playthrough of GTA 3, a playthrough of basic GTA Vice City, I guess. The point is, when you get down to it, when you get right down to it, we will be replaying various GTA games with different mods on. Because, you know, there comes a point when the game just gets so broken that it doesn't work anymore. That's GTA San Andreas and GTA 4, so once we're done with the San Andreas Let's Play and the GTA 4 Let's Play, we'll revisit them in the future with different mods installed. So anyway, massive thanks to everyone that's joined in so far. It's been wonderful having you. I will be back on Monday, where we will continue our endeavours to complete GTA 4. So come back then for more GTA content. I have nothing else planned for next week, however I will take time to plan all that. So from me to you, have a great weekend. It's been a wonderful celebration. Here's to 2000. I hope you'll join me for that. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Turn on the notification bell. If you enjoy the content, don't forget to drop a like, share it around, and become a channel member today, where you can right away become a Super Saiyan. Depending on what tier you pick, you can either have Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2. So check those out. Make sure you're able to do it monthly. It's the best way. It's cheaper than sending super chats. Let me tell you that much. It's cheaper than sending super chats, super stickers, and stuff like that, you know. Anyway. Answer me. Yes, the Trans Am, no, the Dirtbag. I don't have the 82 Trans Am from Smokey and the Bandit. The only one that I have is a pre-modified version. All I have is the kit model from, Knight Rider. Anyway, thanks to everyone for dropping in. This has been GTAraj Gaming, with his head being cut off constantly because framing. Come back on Monday. I will see you then. Have a great weekend and take care, stay safe, and my mouse cursor disappeared. There we go. Take care and have a good weekend. See you next time.